All right, this is my message. Like I've been kind of catching up on this anonymous, and seeing what that group's all about. And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of digging some of what they do. That's a modern day People's Hammer, but on a fairly big scale. And so I've seen the anonymous posts for, justice for this person, talking about violence and how do we stop violence, and it's been things like that. And I got to be honest with you. Excuse me. Please, anonymous, no, I'm not talking shit. I am not talking shit. Your videos are creepy. They're a little freaky, and I get why you do that. So that's all good. Here's my I'm just gonna go. I'm just one stupid, dumb redneck in just out Brandon, Florida, and I think I want to pose a challenge to Anonymous, to the whole, to the collective, whatever the collective is, whatever that is, word. But here's my challenge. You guys talk about wanting to stop violence. Well, violence happens in several different ways. You feel what I'm saying? Violence happens. Violence doesn't always come in the way, shape, or form that people are typically accustomed to. And what I'm speaking particularly about is chemotherapy. I'm about to be 40 years old, and I'm blessed to be here. But I've had cancer twice in my life. Twice. The first time, I was about 8 years old. I was diagnosed with aplastic anemia, Fort Benning, Georgia. And we were the Air Force family on base. Respect to my dad, Lieutenant Colonel, United States Air Force, retired. And all the vets. But that's where I was diagnosed. They didn't know what to do with me. They sent me to Walter Reed. You want to talk about violence? Violence is when, in the middle of the hallway, they strap you down, face down. They strap you down onto a gurney, and they pull your pants down, and they take a screw. And those two little dimples that you have on your, like right above your ass? Like on your, where your belt would go? Those two little dimples? Well, that's where they take bone marrow from. And they screw into the fucking bone. And then when they suck that marrow out, oh my motherfucking God. Feels like your leg's breaking. Okay? So then they tell me they don't even know what to fucking do. So then I wind up at NIH. Shout out to NIH, Bethesda, Maryland. I got in on the experimental drug ATG when it was first coming out. And word. And I went through a lot of fucking having bone marrows taken out. They call it technically a bone marrow aspiration. Bone marrow biopsy. Either way, it's fucking hell. That's fucking violence. That's violence. All right? So they gave me the drug. I had a 50-50 chance of relapsing. 8th grade. Burns Junior High. Brandon, Florida. Guess who drew that fucking lucky straw? Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Oh, so it's just going to be 100 more fucking bone marrow biopsies and 100 more spinal taps and 100 more chemos and your hair falling out. And you know what? Here's Anonymous. Here's the fucking point that I'm making. If you guys are for real, if you're for real, For real, here's what I'm asking you to do. If you want to stop violence, if you look at the very definition of what chemotherapy is, it is to get you as close to death as they can, to kill every fucking, bad cell in your fucking body. Now, in doing that, I've lost friends. I've been to funerals. And I know how violent this fucking therapy is. I know what it does to a person. I know what it's like when they put you on a morphine machine and say, oh, well, every 7 minutes, just push this button. And then you get that little metallic taste in your mouth. As soon as you hit it, boom. It's like if you put a fresh penny in your mouth. Because they're trying to get you as close to fucking death as possible. Now, meanwhile, there's a doctor named Stanislaw Brzezinski using stem cell therapy and curing things that were previously unfucking curable without the violence, without having fucking needles shoved into your fucking hip bones, without needles being twisted into your fucking spinal fucking cord, without having to lay there with your, waking up with hair all over your fucking pillow. But it's the big pharmacy that wants to have a goddamn, well, we can't let this fucking happen. It's the FDA that says, well, that's just fucking too many billions of dollars to lose in one shot. Who gives a fuck if we're saving lives? Who gives a fuck at that point? We need this money. So, Anonymous, if you guys are really about your shit, if you guys are fucking for real, why don't you put some fucking limelight on that shit? Because I'm here to tell you, as a cancer survivor, man, some days I wish it just would have fucking killed me after all the bullshit they did to me. It's hard getting through life now after years, altogether close to 7 years of fucking nothing but needles and chemo and fucking bone marrow biopsies and more spinal taps and just whatever you can do to fuck it, and there ain't no way to get it out. No way to get it out. But meanwhile, Dr. Brzezinski, Dr. Stanislaw Brzezinski, has a way to do it without all the fucking violence and a much better success rate. And he's curing things that were previously uncurable. Okay? Fuck the FDA. Fuck big pharmacy and everybody that even makes those fucking chemo drugs. Fuck them. If having money in your pocket means more than a child being able to be cured of a disease without having to have his whole mental and physical violated, that's real violence that's going on every day. Every time you see those kids on TV that are bald, I know what those kids went through because I was that kid. And it's so fucking unnecessary. So unnecessary. But money. Money. Cash rules everything around me. So I'm asking Anonymous. Anonymous, please. Put the word out. Get the word out. Somebody, anybody, get the word out. Dr. Brzezinski's on some shit. He's healing people with their own bodies. He's fixing things that couldn't be fixed before. For Christ's sakes, man. Fuck a dollar and a dream. Let's keep these kids from going through what I went through. Let's keep them from the 7 years of fucking torture. Let's save our people. Fuck $1. Signing out. Cancer survivor. 2 times. But not without a motherfucking struggle. God damn it, we can fix that struggle. We just gotta get some recognition. I'm asking for help. Just asking for help.